Okay. We got South Africa in here. We got people from literally all around the globe. I'm over here and currently in Virginia. So my name is Javon Hudson, aka Mr. Healthy Pips, checking in with you guys here today. So we got Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We got people literally from all around the world. So what we're going to talk about today is we're going to have a money conversation, right? We're going to talk about how you can actually turn your cell phone, your laptop, your tablet into a literal ATM, okay? So how you can actually make money and grow money, there we go, all directly from wherever you are, anywhere in the world. I'm actually partnered with RetiredIn365, and we are partnered with I Am Mastery Academy. And what we've done is put people all around the world in position to be able to be free, right? And what does freedom mean? Freedom means you can travel. Freedom means you can put yourself in a position where you don't have to worry about where you are, what you got going on. You can actually make money, livable money, live an above average lifestyle, no matter where it is you are in the world, no matter what you got going on. And we're going to show you exactly how you can do that here today. So I want to ask you guys a couple questions as we go throughout this presentation, okay? So let me go ahead and share my screen. And the first question that you see right here is, what are some of the challenges that you all face today? And have you ever felt like you were meant for something more? You know, it's a reality that 85% of people in the world truly don't feel happy or fulfilled at their current jobs, and they dread waking up each and every single day. And that's a reality for so many people. I've seen it with my very own eyes. I've seen family members, I've seen close friends and people that I've worked with all throughout the years that, you know, I'm sure you guys know that person at their job that maybe they wake up and they're like, why am I here? Like, there's better places and better things that I could be doing with my particular time, right? And we don't want that to be the situation for you. So you got to ask yourself the question, right? How do you talk to yourself, number one, right? Because we become what we think about most, and that's a reality. But most people, the thing that they think about most is that job. And the reason that is because that's where they spend all their time. That's literally what takes up a majority of their day. So how would you all feel if you had total control over every aspect of your life? But for those that don't know, total control of your life first starts with understanding money. So as we go throughout this information today, I want you all to be in the mindset of somebody who's trying to get to their financial independence number. Now, this might be your first time hearing about a financial independence number, but all that means is that you're making anywhere from $1 to $2.5 million to be free. If you're a baby boomer listening in on this call, that financial independence number is $1 million. $1 million puts you in a position where you never have to worry about working again. You can comfortably retire. If you're a millennial on this call, that means anybody born after 1980, that financial independence number is at least $2.5 million in order to put yourself in a position to, again, walk away from a job. So no matter what it is that you're doing, no matter what's going on, whether it's investing, mutual funds, stocks, that's the amount that you actually need in order to be financially free. So we're going to actually go ahead to this slide right here that talks about the cash flow quadrant. Drop a number 1 in the chat if you've ever heard of a guy named Robert Kiyosaki. Robert Kiyosaki is actually the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You may or may not have heard about him before. But in the follow-up to that book, I see we got some people that's heard about him. In the follow-up to that book, The Cash Flow Quadrant, he actually came out with the book. In the follow-up to the Rich Dad, Poor Dad, he came out with a book called The Cash Flow Quadrant. And in the Cash Flow Quadrant, he broke down the 4 ways that you can make money in the world today, right? And it's shown right here. You have 60% of people that actually make their money working for somebody else. And then you have 35% of people who make their money working for themselves. So that's your self-employed entrepreneurs. But what does that come out to? That's now 95% of all people in the world that are only generating 5% of all money available. And I don't know about you, but to me, that's backwards, right? And when I looked at these numbers, you know, especially today in 2020, take a look at what's going on, right? Many people are 1 to 2 checks away from total financial collapse, and they're still working or having to find alternative sources to find income, right? To find loans and ways to be able to survive, right? And the reality is, I want you guys to write this down. Most people in society are not getting paid. Their bills are the ones getting paid, right? I tell people this: if you're paying this month's bills with this month's income, you are very, very close to having some financial troubles, right? So like I said, you add those two numbers up, that's 95% of all people that are only making 5% of all money. So what we're going to do is talk about how you can move from the left side to the right side of money, right? On the right side of money, we're talking about 5% of people that make 95% of all money available. That's your business owners. That's your investors. Now, who make up these people? Your business owners, that's the people with the capital. That's your big businesses, your McDonald's, your Targets, your Walmarts, all those different type of places, right? They have a thing called systems in place, which allows them to save themselves stress, time, energy, and money, right? And we can put you in position to be able to save yourself some stress, time, energy, and money. And then you have the 1% investor mindset. So that's your also your big businesses. That's your Fortune 500 companies. That's your athletes, your celebrities, but also that's just people like you and me who have learned the secrets to money, who have learned that it's all about the information that you have access to that can put you on this right side of money. So we actually have a few ways that you can actually become financially free inside of these markets, right? Now, first thing we're going to talk about is a market that is open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, all around the world, trading $6.6 trillion each and every single day. I want to introduce you to the world's largest, most liquid financial markets, right? Again, trading $6.6 trillion per day. This far eclipses anything that you may have heard about in stock market or options or things like that, right? With the foreign exchange market, that's the market that we're speaking of. This is all of the world's money being traded online in real time, right? Now, many people say, well, if this is all the world's money, why do I not know about the foreign exchange market? Well, I have a question. Did you or somebody that you're closely connected to, i.e. your parents, have access to $3 million or more about 10, 15, 20 years ago, right? If the answer is no, then you likely were not privy to these type of markets because you needed a net worth in the millions. You also needed over $100,000 just to be able to open a trade account, right? And it will cost that for you to get this type of education. People paying $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 even today to learn this type of information, right? So if you didn't have access to that back then, you likely were not privy to this foreign exchange market, right? But this market is amazing because you can exchange in it without owning any physical money, right? So today in 2020, without having physical money, you can invest inside of a 6.6 or more trillion dollar per day market. Now, I want to let you know one thing, right? You already are a part of the foreign exchange market, right? Drop a number 3 in the chat if you have a bank account, right? And drop a number 4 in the chat and where you've been if you've ever traveled outside of the United States, right? So let's start with the bank account. So if you have a bank account, your bank actually takes your money and they invest that into these markets, right? The banks actually hire Forex traders. That's foreign exchange for short. They hire these traders and they actually take all the money in the world, all the money, you know, whether it's Bank of America, your local bank or wherever, and they put it in one place. Now they have a big pot of money that they can reinvest into these markets to make the banks billions and billions of dollars, right? The second way, if you have ever been outside the country, whatever country that you're in, I know we got people literally from all over, some in the United States, some in South Africa, some other places, right? Wherever it is that you are, when you leave that place, you have to exchange your currency for that country's currency. Now, why does that happen? Because when I go over to South Africa, right, I have to exchange my United States dollar for the South African rand because my money is no good over there, just like the South African rand is no good when you come over to the United States, right? So there is always a number at what that exchange rate is. So when one of those exchanges happens, money is either gained or lost every single transaction that takes place. And just by making that transaction at your local airport, at your bank, you've now participated in these foreign exchange markets. And I want to let you in on a little secret. There is another market going towards $1 trillion that's setting the future stage for how we're all going to handle money, right? It's quickly moving towards that $1 trillion number and becoming global forms of payment everywhere. You can go to places like Paris, where up to 80% of their retail locations are actually accepting payments in this format. What are we talking about? we're talking about your digital currencies of the world. Things like Bitcoin, Ripple, Ethereum, and so many others that are booming right now, right? Quickly becoming the easiest and fastest way that you can actually pay for things anywhere. And I just seen an article and saw something from one of the executives over at PayPal. They're actually considering Bitcoin as one of their accepted payment methods very, very soon, right? And if you know anything about PayPal, they accept very, very few things in order to be able to go through them, right? So what are we talking about? Well, with I Am Academy that we partnered with, the reason that we partnered with them is because they have an education system that's unmatched around the world, right? You get access to the Foreign Exchange Academy. You get access to the High Frequency Academy, which is similar to Forex, but it's time-based trading, right? You get access to the Digital Currency Academy, which we just talked about. So learning things like uptrend, downtrend, Fibonacci reversal. You're going to learn about the blockchain over with digital currencies. And then coming in just a couple weeks, shout out to November 6th, we have our e-commerce academy dropping, right? So you get to learn about drop shipping, learn about Shopify, learn about how to make money online. And then inside of these other three markets, you're going to learn how to grow that money that you've made inside of on the internet, right? And so what our role is to make learning simplified, right? Instead of you having to go pay thousands of dollars at a college course, instead of you paying $20, $30, $40, $50,000 to learn how to trade, which people are doing every single day, we want to teach you how to master these markets from the experts and learn how to build real wealth and freedom. And we don't use that word wealth lightly because that's what you're learning how to do here. You're learning how to grow wealth. So that's step one. You get access to our academies, right? You can get through the basics in the academies in your first 2 to 3 hours. Now, step two, go live. So the person who invited you here today, they're not responsible for you learning this skill set, right? The company, they pay master educators to train you. They pay people who have already made 6, 7, and 8 figures inside of these markets to actually come on here and teach you their skills, teach you their systems, teach you and guide you in the things that allowed them to be successful. I don't know about you, but I've always personally needed that hands-on guidance when I was learning anything new, right? So seeing is believing in this arena. So often we see different successful people all around the world, and we're like, if I knew exactly what that person did to get their success, maybe something can change for me in my life. Well, go live, that's what this is. Like I said, over 100 full-time educators that are literally paid to wake up, and their only role is to help you, number one, understand these markets, and number two, to help put you in a profitable situation, right? Now, there's two types of trading sessions that they have, right? You have live trading sessions where you get on and you actually make money live in real time with the educators. And you have live training sessions where they teach you, again, how it is to see the world through their eyes, right? Inside of these markets. So in any of these sessions, you can actually ask questions. You can learn in real time. You can actually, again, make money with these educators, and you can really perfect these different skill sets that allowed them to be profitable. But then we have step three, right? This is our Hello Center, also known as our Strategy Center. This gives you access to products and software that allow you to make money while you're on the go. So now you can learn at your own pace. The best option for anybody that wants to actually make money with what we're talking about while you're learning is to earn while you're doing it, right? I went to college, shout out to my university, Hampton University, where I got 2 degrees, right? I have an undergrad and a master's degree from that school. But one thing I know is that it costs $30,000+ each and every single year just for access to that information, right? Per year. That means people are graduating with 120, 150 plus thousands of dollars in debt, and they can't get a job until they finish, right? And hopefully they get a job in the field that they went to school for, given the fact that they stuck with the same major, that's going to be able to pay that debt off, hopefully in a timely manner. But we know in 2020, that's usually, not the case, right? And again, especially this year, the people that graduated this year, whether it was an undergrad degree, whether it was a graduate degree, graduated into the worst job economy in the world, right? In the world, I know people that are still waiting to start their jobs because there's so much going on. But right here in this strategy center, this is what I really love. you're now put in a position where you can use the software. So when the teacher's gone, when the educator's not there with you, you can now learn at your own pace, but you can make money while you're doing it, right? Harmonic Scanner. This is something that's going to actually automate your trading. We have pattern recognition software that actually recognizes patterns inside the markets and allows you to now be in a profitable position. How does that work? Well, typically a chart won't have all of this stuff on there, right? So this harmonic scanner actually goes through the market and looks for the best trade setups. And if you can identify colors, green, red, and yellow and blue, right? Green means go, red means stop, blue means you've made money. You now have access to a system that's already done the legwork for you. You put the information you learn over in the academy, the information that you learn with the educators, now you're in a position to go ahead and execute on this information, right? You're going to learn from softwares like Liberty, right? This is high frequency Forex strategies and signals. What does this do? You're going to get an alert every few minutes that tells you when to get into the market. Imagine making what it takes you to make in an hour at your job in just 60 seconds from your cell phone, right? We was on a trading call. We were on a call earlier, and I was able to make $25 in just 60 seconds, right? 60 seconds, I was up $25. Now, I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but imagine for most people when they graduate, they are praying and hoping and wishing to be able to make just $15 to $20 at a 9-to-5 job per hour. Imagine if you were now put in a position where you can make that every 60 seconds, every 5 minutes, every 15 minutes. You've now condensed an 8-hour workday into 1 to 2 hours of time, all because you had access to the right tools. You have access to experts and educators that have put you in a position to really now go and be profitable, right? Whether you're watching them or not. Now, remember, these products are for educational purposes, but you can choose to accept or decline these different trade ideas based on your rules, your analysis, right? But we're going to teach you what we think. We're going to teach you what the educators are thinking, and you're going to get all the background information so you can learn how to actually apply this in real time. And not only that, you get access to software like Gold Cup, right? This is actually going to send a trade idea to your phone. So imagine instead of getting a text from that ex, a text from your parents, a text from that person that you really don't know why they're texting you, right? You're getting a notification to your phone that says, hey, buy right now. These are the coordinates you're going to buy at. And all you have to do is copy that information into your trading platform, again, on your cell phone, maybe on your laptop, maybe on your tablet, right? Wherever you are in the world, as long as you have access to Wi-Fi or a cellular connection, you can now copy that information into your platform. And now you're in a position to go ahead and profit off the expertise of somebody else, right? All because you were plugged in. So we can make money anywhere in the world. It's a learn and earn on the go system. We call it copy, paste, profit. Do you have 5 to 10 minutes per day to go ahead and put yourself in a position to make money, right? This isn't something that's actually going to take up a lot of your time. This is what's going to give you back your time. Am I saying you don't have to study? No. Am I saying it's not going to be a learning curve? No. I'm saying that if you put the time and effort in, you have access to an academy that's going to teach you the basics. You have access to live trading and live training from people who are already seasoned and already making the type of money that you desire. And step 3, you have access to software and tools from your cell phone, laptop, or tablet that's going to put you in a profitable position, all because you plugged in. Point blank period, we know how to make money, right? If you're teachable and coachable, you can truly win with this, and you don't have to go through a lot of what we did at the beginning. You're starting where we are now, not where we started from, right? So you also have access to a community, right? That's going to help lift you up, put you in a great position. You're not investing in this company. You're investing in yourself and your future. I have 3 rules. We're here to make money. We're here to use the money that we make to make more money. And we're here to repeat that process, right? That's really what we're here to do, right? So I actually want to go ahead and bring up one of my business partners, right? This lady has been blazing a trail inside of this organization. She's done an amazing job, not only helping herself, but all the people that she's connected to, but I specifically want to talk about some of the success that she's had. I want to bring up Miss Bev Korzer. She's all the way from South Africa. Bev, I just want you to take a couple minutes, tell them where you're from. Well, I already told them where you're from, but tell them where you're from again. Tell them how long you've been with us, your biggest stage trading, and your favorite your favorite software inside of the IM Academy.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Yes, I'm from South Africa. I see one of my people there. Hi, Sia. Pleased to meet you. So my biggest trading day, guys, hold your seat belts, was 12,000 US dollars. I did one trade of 8,000 US dollars, just one trade of 8,000 US dollars. And I did it between the hours of 8 and 1 o'clock, my 12,000 US dollars. And my favorite strategy is, well, our own personal strategy with our mentor, Mr. Charles Dyson, the Skittle strategy, which you will learn. But my other favorite one is swap trades, where I just copy the details and I put it in my MetaTrader 4. Boom, have a nice day. So yeah, you got to do this, guys. If you want to change your life and get on the right side of money, this is the way to go.
Most definitely, most definitely. We definitely appreciate you, Bev, telling everybody your story. And really quick, did you know anything about trading before you got started?
No, nothing. Oh, sorry, I started in March, and I knew nothing.
No, nothing. And are you going back to do anything else?
Nah, I'm a trader for life.
And what's that one thing that you did recently with some of the profits that you made?
I'm busy building a house.
Building a house. Hey, well, we definitely appreciate you telling your testimony to everybody, showing everybody, that this works. You don't have to have a background in trading. You don't have to be somebody who's a master whiz in math or science or anything like that. You can truly come in and learn a skill set from people who have the information it is that you need. And if you plug in, if you give the time, you give the effort, you too can have results such as Bev, such as so many other people that here on this platform. But it takes you being committed, it takes you being dedicated, right? Everybody has their own path, but the fact that it's possible is a $6.6 trillion per day market. You only need half of a percent to hit your financial independence number here on this platform, right? So let's go ahead and show you guys exactly how you get started, because that's the biggest question that we get. This is making sense. I see social proof. I see it's working for people all the way on the other side of the world, right? How can this work for me? How can I actually get access to this, right? So it's not going to cost $20, $30, $40, $50,000 like some people have already paid for this information. You can actually get started for just $234.95. That gives you access to what we just talked about, the Academy, the Go Live, and you get access to that Harmonic Scanner that I showed you, which has already created so many financially free and successful people all around the world, right? So you actually pick the academy that you want to start with. Maybe you want to focus on Forex. Maybe you want to focus on time-based trading, right? High frequency markets. You want to be in and out the markets in a matter of minutes. Maybe you want to focus on your digital currencies, right? Your Bitcoin, Ripple, Ethereum. You get access to the same thing, your academy, your Go Live, and then you get one of our strategies, which is the Liberty strategy, which is going to call out real-time trades. But for $90 more, the company says, look, you get access to all three of those academies. So rather than paying for them separate, for $90, you get all three for $324.95, right? So now you can actually be making money in the foreign exchange market while throughout the day, you in 60 seconds, you go like I did earlier. Maybe you make $20, maybe you make $50, right? Maybe you make just $10 to $20 in a matter of minutes from your cell phone. What does that begin to do for you, right? Imagine making an extra $20 a day, let's say 5 days a week, all from your computer in the high frequency market, right? What does that begin to do for you? $20 a day, 5 days a week is an extra $100. That's an extra $400 each and every single month. You've now paid for your entire package over just because you made $20 a day, right? Let's add on the Forex, right? Let's say you made an additional $50 a day trading in the foreign exchange market, right? That's an additional $1,000 per month that you have coming in, right? And let's say you caught a couple trades on digital currency. Now you can quickly see how you can compound your money, right? Just plugging into a system by copying and pasting, like Bev said. Maybe you're going to be one of those people who's out there and you have an immense amount of success early on, like Bev, and have an $8,000 trade, a $12,000 day, all because you plugged in and got access to the right information. This is quickly growing and expanding all around the world. People say, Javon, well, which one should I get started with? Whichever one allows you to go ahead and get started today is where you should do, right? I personally started with the Elite package because I said, look, I want to plug all the way in. That's for my people who are serious, my people who want to be and get that VIP experience. And that's the people we rock with, right? But that platinum package is still very valuable. If that's what you need to go ahead and get your foot in the door, that's what you got to do, right? But the company says, look, because we have people in third world countries, because we have people literally all around that need access to this information, the CEO wanted to put you in a financially good position. So he said, look, you can actually get a scholarship to understand and learn what it is we're doing, right? So you share this with two individuals, two people that see value in everything that we just talked about, right? If they see value for themselves, not for you, if they see value for themselves in learning how to trade, learning how to have an $8,000 day like Beth, learning how to have $20 in a couple minutes from your cell phone, from your computer, right? If they see value in that, they get started. Remember what we said earlier. They're going to learn from the same educators you're learning from. They're going to get access to the same information and strategies that you get access to. Now, your personal education is actually free, right? Again, this is optional, but it makes sense. Number one, I'm helping somebody else get access to something that they otherwise would not have known about, right? Bev would not have known about the foreign exchange market had she not partnered with IM Academy, had she not found Charles Dyson's of the world, right? There's so many people of the world and that she's connected to, and so many people that I'm connected to that knew nothing about these markets before somebody else showed them. And now they're in a much better position financially, right? So you share this with two people, the same way I got a scholarship to go to college, you can now get a scholarship to learn these markets. This is a very powerful market, and plenty of people would love to have access to this amazing opportunity. You can be the one that shares it with them, right? So now if you see value in everything that we just talked about, you've already made your decision to go ahead and get started, right? Yes, you can get your membership waived. Yes, you can only get started for $234.95. Yes, you can get that VIP package for $324.95, right? But the CEO said, look, I know people are struggling. I know people have things going on in their personal life. So what I want to do is, I don't want you to be in a position where you're stressed for money. I don't want you to be in a position where you have to worry about where your next paycheck's coming from. If this is something that you can do long term, how many people know when you go to college, you're not going to graduate in 3 months. You're not going to graduate in 6 months. You're not going to graduate in 12 months. That's why college takes the money ahead of time. Think about it. College takes the money ahead of time. They say, look, we already have your down payment that if you decide to quit on your own dreams, we already got our paycheck, right? But the CEO says, look, I don't rock that way. That's not how I roll. You can pay months a month for this information, but he also knows that some people are in positions right now where they might not be able to have that $275 to keep their monthly membership going, right? To get continued access to the thing that's going to make them money. Maybe you don't have access to that $175 each and every single month. Maybe that's a stretch on your money. So the CEO says, look, I'm going to put you in a position to become an independent business owner, right? You can become a full-time serious entrepreneur if you want to, right? And this company is going to actually pay you a full-time salary just for helping other people, right? So you actually can get $25 to $50 just for introducing this to somebody else, right? For them saying, hey, I see value in what you just said. They lock arms with you in business. Now you get that one-time bonus. And we get paid every single Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Every single Friday. Shout out to everybody that got paid today, because today's Friday, right? But he went one step further. He said, look, you share this with 3 people, I'm going to pay you $150 each and every single month, right? That's 3 customers in your organization. You're now getting a residual income rather than the residual bills that you've been paying your whole life, right? What are some residual bills that you pay each and every single month? Drop them in the chat, right? I don't know about you, but every single month I'm paying the light bill, I'm paying the rent, I'm paying the car note, paying so many other different things, the cell phone bill, the Netflix, the Hulu, whatever things that you love. Some of you guys, the NBA, the NFL package, right? The mortgage. There's so many things that people are paying for each and every single month. Why not have a residual income to offset some of those residual bills, right? Again, Platinum 153 customers, $150 a month. At Platinum 600, 12 customers lock arms with you in business, whether that's directly through you or whether the people that you shared it with also decide to share it with some friends and family because maybe they wanted their business for free. Maybe they saw value in this compensation plan as well. Now you're what we call a Platinum 600. All that means is now you're a smart customer, right? How many people are smart here on this call? Because a smart customer, what that means, you're now trading with the CEO's money, right? You're not taking money from your kids. You're not taking money from your tuition. You're not taking money from your current paycheck or from anything else you have going on. You now have money that you can put to those residual bills. You now have money that you can put aside to put in your trade account to be in a position to actually go ahead and learn this skill set without having to worry about where that next paycheck is coming from, right? At Platinum 1000, that's $1,000 a month, 30 customers inside your organization. This is where the company sets its sights. This is like our premier rank. Because at Platinum 1000, you're making $1,000 a month. You're getting $250 each and every single Friday, all because you shared an opportunity that's already working for millions of people around the world, right? And let me make this make sense. $1,000 a month times 12 months, you've now given yourself a $12,000 a year raise, right? All because you talked to a couple people, and now you have a group, a mastermind group of people you're making money with, right? Most people at their current jobs can work there for 2, 3, 4 years. I don't know about you. Have you ever worked somewhere for 1 or 2 years and you didn't get a raise? Or maybe you got 15 cents, $1. Maybe they gave you a $5 raise, right? A $5 raise is not an extra $12,000 a year, which you can give yourself at any point, all because you share some information. The faster you start following instructions from the people who are already successful in life, the faster this will work for you, right? You know, I had to ask myself, I had to look at I said, self, are you qualified to listen to yourself? I looked at my bank account. I said, nah, I'm not qualified to listen to me anymore. I had to listen to somebody that had the results it is that I wanted, right? This is no longer an opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. This is a solution for so many people out there. Everybody laughed at Bitcoin. Now it's on Cash App. Now it's going, the banks are using it. Now PayPal is considering it, right? So many things are happening today in 2020. And I was just like you. This is too good to be true. I need time. And then I realized I didn't have time because that time was going to pass no matter what I did. And this company said, look, if you really want to take this business serious, if you really don't like the current situation that you're living in, if you came into 2020 with goals and you haven't hit those goals yet, maybe you wanted a new car, maybe you wanted a new house, maybe you wanted to move out of the situation that you're in right now, but you didn't have the finances to be able to do that. The CEO said, look, at Platinum 2000, you're not making an additional $500 every single Friday. That's $2,000 a month. That's an extra $24,000 a year on top of your job, on top of anything else you got going on in life, on top of that $1,000 that you might make using the Harmonic Scanner, on top of that $500 that you made trading on options and binary, right? This is extra money on top of the money that you're making from trading. Extra, right? Platinum 5,000. You're now making $60,000 a year, part-time. Most people graduate from a 4 to 5 year degree and barely make $60,000 a year. And we have individuals 18 and 19 years old making this after 3 and 6 months, right? At Chairman 10, you get paid $2,500 every single Friday, $120,000 a year, base pay, all because you open your mouth and share some information. Shout out to all the Chairman 10 inside of this RetiredIn365 organization, right? Shout out to Mr. Perry Simmons, the visionary behind the movement, right? Actually hit Chairman 10 in just 90 days, and he only started with 8 people, right? 8 people grew to over 500 in 90 days because he had a vision, because the vision was to put people in position to walk away from their job in 365 days or less. And we've successfully been doing that for the last 3 years, and we will continue to be doing that for the foreseeable future, right? You have to ask yourself, do I want to be one of those 50 people that's going to be in a position to walk away from my job? That's going to be in a position to travel the world, be in a position to make money from my computer and know how to grow the money that I'm making, right? Is that going to be you? Are my kids going to be in a position to be able to do this as well? At Chairman 25, $25,000 a month. Chairman 50, $50,000 a month. At Chairman 100, you are a millionaire before you ever take a trade. We have a gentleman that's, I want to say 19 years old, 19, 20 years old, hit this rank in 13 months, right? We also have people that are senior citizens on this platform that are Chairman 100. It doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your race, doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter what you knew prior to this. Everybody is eligible for these ranks, right? And it's a level playing field. Somebody that starts tomorrow can hit chairman faster than you can, right? By doing the work. Chairman 250, $250,000 a month. Chairman 500, $500,000 a month. And there are multiple people at every single rank on this page. Every single one. There's even 4 individuals at Chairman 750, which isn't even shown because they had to update the compensation plan because people are winning all around the world. So ask yourself, right? Do I see myself paying off debt? Do I see myself learning how to trade? Do I see myself maybe saving a little bit extra money? Or maybe I really just want to change my entire life, right? What you will become is 100% up to you, right? You have control over your life, over what you become, over everything that you do. And you have to go ahead and make the decision. Is this the life that I want? You're going to leave this call wealthier no matter what, because now you have access to information that you didn't have access to prior to starting this. But information is only good if you go ahead and decide to actually use the information that you now have access to. What good is information if you're not going to use it, right? So I appreciate each and every single one of you hopping on this call. I appreciate you coming and taking the time to hear some information that will change your life only if you let it, right? We have people all around the world winning, all around the world putting themselves in position, right? To walk away from their jobs, to make extra money, to sacrifice, right? A sacrifice today can really mean the complete difference for your world, for the people that you're connected to in the future. And honestly, I can't even use the word sacrifice because the sacrifice means you're doing it expecting no return. You get a return here for doing the work. You get a return for being plugged in. We have married couples that learn this skill set, college students that learn this skill set that never have to work summer jobs making $10,000 a month. Individuals that come from nothing making $100,000, $250,000 a month, right? I'm not saying you have to love the business. Learn to love the skill. Just trade, right? But whatever it is, we know how to help you get money. We know how to help you get results. You're able to start right now, right? So get back with the person that invited you. We're going to get you added to our signals chat. We're going to get you added to the team chats. We're going to make sure that you have all the information that you know how to execute a trade from your cell phone, right? If money is the issue that you're running into right now, if that's your terror barrier, I want you to go ahead and find that money. The guy I spoke about that's in college, his name's Keon. He spent his last dollars while he was in college. A year later, he makes $10,000 a month, right? What will your life be if you decide to go ahead and take a bet on you? Don't bet on anybody else, bet on you, right? You don't get great at anything for just trying it. I don't believe I'm better than anybody else, but I'm just as good. Wealth is a team sport, and you can be part of a team and a family that has the results it is that you want, all right? So learn a skill, and I promise it'll change you for the rest of your life. Get back to that person.